Rosamenya, una mi, una mo, zen sing na. Alright, hi, I'm Emma, and if you couldn't tell, this video is gonna be about the Lion King. Sorta. Basically. Yeah. Alright, if we're gonna be more specific, it's basically going to be a comparison of Macbeth and the Lion King. Which is why Pumbaa was our visitor. And I already know what you're gonna say. Emma, Lion King is based off of Hamlet. We all know this. Yes, but was Hamlet exiled because he believed he killed his father? Well, no, but, did Hamlet get friends that came back with him to defeat his evil uncle? No, but I mean... Did Hamlet and Ophelia actually end up together? No, actually, I admit, that's Disney. That's the liability of it being art. But no, so, shush. So while everyone can see the major ties of Hamlet and Lion King, there are also some pretty major ties between Macbeth and Lion King. And while you may not be able to see it, it is because the character and perspective have switched. But before we can do anything, we really should go over the story of Macbeth so you understand how it fits into the Lion King. So, we are going to start from the beginning. Macbeth was a reputable soldier and thane of sometime in the 1400s or something, Scotland, back when they still believed in witches and magic and kings. Yeah, you don't see too many kings nowadays. His cousin Duncan, King of Scotland, had recently lost a thane because of betrayal, so... But at any rate, he was like, man, you know who defeated this guy and brought forth all this honor? My cousin, Macbeth! Why don't we make him the new Thane of Cawdor? Of course, Macbeth had just been visited by some very nice witches who were like, by the way, Macbeth, you're now Thane of Glamis, you're also going to be Thane of Cawdor and eventually King. Banquo, his best friend, who fought valiantly with him, was going to be the father of kings. They were partying, but they didn't trust the witches, so they were like, because they still hadn't heard that Macbeth was now Thane of Cawdor. Once Macbeth had found out from some royals who visited him, he was like, it was all true. So he writes a letter to his wife. Once Lady Macbeth heard of all these things, she was like, yes. Oh, you don't want to kill Duncan? Well, that's the only way you're going to become king now, so... She is like freako and obsessed with the idea of him becoming king and all this power. She's like, take my blood, take in my blood, make me kill this guy. Yeah, she goes psycho, but what can you do? So they invite Duncan over to dinner. Don't do it. Once Duncan comes to the dinner, they're all happy and chilling, and he's like, oh yeah, this is my son, Malcolm. And as my eldest son, he is my head prince, and he's gonna be king next. Macbeth, of course, is not so happy. He's like, hold on a second. I'm supposed to be king. The witches said I was gonna be king. Malcolm is in the way. That's it. This is going down. After a little more persuasion and working out with his wife, Macbeth goes to Duncan's chamber. Oh boy, this doesn't sound good. Macbeth sneaks into his chamber and is just like, and murders the sleeping Duncan. And then murders his guards to blame it on them, smearing blood all over their face. That's low. The king's sons, who were sleeping in the same room, were like, oh no, our dad is dead. Someone's after the royal family. Vamos! When the bodies were discovered in the morning and Malcolm and his other brother were gone, it looked like they did it. Yeah, so they got blamed of killing their father. Meanwhile, Macbeth, he's the only other blood relative that looks so honorable and so great that they have to make him king, just as the witches prophesied. Ooh. Macbeth at this point has gone totally insane and blood crazy to make sure he keeps this throne. He therefore murders Banquo and makes his son, Banquo's son flee because he doesn't want Banquo to have sons that are kings. He wants his children to be king. And then he just goes psycho all over. It's not good. He goes through a lot of bloodshed, people. The only way he will be defeated, as prophesied by the witches which he visits, is that when the wood moves to Dunsinane and a man not of woman born, which, in case you're wondering, means basically they didn't come out through regular birth. Now, after a while, Malcolm has come back from his escape to England and is like, yeah, you're done, dude. Let's go. And they wage an all-out war on him, hiding behind branches and bushes, wood, as they approach Dunsinane, his castle. Ooh. By this point, there are many casualties, such as young Lennox, who's the son of Lennox. We don't know why they're named the same thing, but... And Lady Macbeth, her poor tortured soul, has finally gone crazy with trying to stop the bloodshed and killed herself. Yeah, she went a different kind of psycho in the end. But by this point, there was Macduff coming to visit Macbeth. And now if you're wondering who Macduff is, Macbeth killed his family. All of it. Every other person, including his children and his wife, except him. He is really mad at Macbeth because, by golly, you spilled my family's blood, I'm killing you, buddy. While Macbeth is hesitant to fight Macduff, Macduff won't stop. And in the middle of their fight, it is revealed that Macduff was not woman-born naturally. He was a C-section baby, basically. Yeah, he was ripped from the womb, not natural birth. So, sorry, Macbeth. But Macbeth is like, screw it. And they fight, and they fight, and they fight until Macbeth is stabbed. With Macduff's vengeance done and Malcolm's taking of the castle, all is right with a lot of blood, but Macduff has gotten his revenge, and Malcolm, thereafter, is crowned the new king. Of course, he's like, yeah, this never is gonna happen again. I will be better, and Scotland will be great. And it's the end from that point on.